AFTV, Dan, that was a very, very encouraging win today. A lot of people coming to the game saying, come on, we've got to win this. I'll take 1-0, whatever happens. It doesn't even matter about the performance. We've got to win the game today. Well, listen, we've blown them away. 5-0. Players that have been coming in for a bit of stick, scoring. Lots of criticisms that were out there answered today in that one game. And do you see it as maybe one of those sort of games that could be a moment when the team then kicks on from?
Nah, because I've been here before too many times. And I'm not going to get carried away. All I can do is comment on the performance today, and I was really pleased with it. And I think that when you think of the break we've had in Dubai, I'd like to think that we were going to come back and have a reaction. And do you know what? One thing I didn't think about and work today, set pieces. We've been crying out for set pieces to work, haven't we? Defensively, we kept a clean sheet today. I thought David Raya was a huge part of that as well. I thought he deserved a lot of credit today. There was one kick that he actually picked out before, and then the actual save from it was quality. And he's made a couple today, which so big up to him. But actually, we worked on our set pieces offensively as well today. And I must say it, I was crying for Leandro Trossard to be dropped from corners, and finally it's happened. Declan Rice take one, which was I was quite surprised by it.
Yeah.
Brilliant corner, brilliant header from Gabriel, and then likewise Saka puts the ball in, and we go 2-0 up. And I must say at half time, Robbie, I was talking to a few people around me saying, still not looking too good from open play. I need to see a little bit more. We've got set pieces right, but there's so much we want to see improved of the last few games, and we saw that in the second half. And I think I've got to say this, Gabriel Martinelli, I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy because he was getting a lot of stick, and you know what, some of the criticism was justified, to be fair, but I did feel like a lot of people were looking at Saka and Martinelli together, and Martinelli was the one that people kept talking about. He's got to be dropped. Well, he was dropped today and it worked because he come on and he was absolutely electric, and I thought people had kind of given up that we were going to score anymore, and Martinelli hadn't. The tenacity was there. It was like watching Martinelli of old. It's not like he's giving him a kick up the backside and saying, no, I've got to sort my form out as well, because some of the players have got to look at themselves, Rob. I think the manager has definitely taken a lot of criticism which have been justified in terms of our style of play, but when you look at it today in the second half, I was really impressed. And the open play goals are what people are talking about, because it's been our front four. Where has it gone? At half time, Gabriel has scored more than the other two Gabriels. So now that's been changed. Martinelli's doubled his score this season so far, and Trossard, I thought, to be fair to him, took his goal really well. So again, we can take a lot of positives from today, but I want to mention Gabriel at the back. And the reason I want to mention Gabriel was because I do love Saliba, and I thought he ate up Mateta today really well, right? But Gabriel just gets overlooked and underappreciated quite a lot by quite a lot of neutral fans as well, by the way, not just Arsenal fans. A lot of Tottenham fans want to put Romero in their combined 11s, which I would rather put in the room 101, by the way, combined 11s. I can't stand them, right? But people will talk about centre-halves and how Van Dijk and Kouyate have been quality, but Gabriel and Saliba, for me, even on the run we've had in the last few games, still for me have been the best partnership this season. And I think today they proved what they can do when they're on form.
And that's a great point on Gabriel, because he often, even with our fans, he gets overlooked a lot. We talk a lot about Saliba. Obviously, Saliba's brilliant, but he is solid, isn't he? He is. It's like when you've got that, and we've seen over the years, like defensive partnerships, you need that sort of Rolls Royce, which is Saliba, but you also need that rugged guy who gets stuck in, cleans up. Yeah, like someone just said behind there, a bit like a Martin Keown, and he is kind of like been like that for the last couple of seasons as well, consistently good.
Yeah, he has been, and he always gets a goal, which I like. I think he's one of the defenders, I think, that scored the most goals, I think it was last season, of a centre-half. So you've got to big him up for that. But I think they complement each other so well. William Saliba is that calm, composed, ball-playing centre-back. And then you've got that monster next to him in Gabriel. And I think they really do deserve a lot of credit. Not just the last few games, but obviously this season. A lot of people have spoken about Declan Rice. Big up to him, man. He's been class. But actually look at that partnership and think, that trio is the reason why people have still got a little bit of faith in Arsenal.
Yeah. What about you?
Listen, I don't think we're going to win the title, but I never did think we were, if I'm honest with you. Listen, I never think we did. I can't look.
We're in and around it, aren't we?
Of course we are, and I wish I'd have some of the I admire some of the positivity and optimism. But I look at Man City and they've given me no evidence to suggest that they won't win the league again this season. And I look at what Liverpool are doing, and they're looking dangerous as well. But I still even think that they haven't got enough.
Football's as we saw with Arsenal, even 7 days in football can be a long time. But let's keep it 100. There's still problems with the side.
I still don't think that this is, it's all right then now. No problems. We don't no longer need a striker. It's okay. We've got cover at the back. Saka, there's enough cover. Don't need cover for him. There's a few players that we need in this squad. I don't think we're going to get him in January, by the way, because of the profit and sustainability problems. Looks like it's going to be a quiet window for everybody, if I'm honest with you. It's absolutely killed it. But I still don't know that this team has got enough right now, because I feel that we're short. Partey coming back, Timber coming back, Tomiyasu coming back. We need them. Yeah, we need as many players as we can.
I saw Tomiyasu playing yesterday. He looked all right. So hopefully, barring the injury, he can get back.
Well, I hope Japan go out so he comes back.
Well, they did actually lose their game yesterday as well.
Yeah, well, let's hope that they come out.
I don't think they will.
Big up Japan, by the way. I love the country and love the people, but I want Tomiyasu back, man. So I need him back. But listen, I think we need Partey. There's rumours Partey could be back next game. That's going to be massive for Arsenal, because I feel like that is, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking Arsenal of last season that we all loved might be a little bit back in terms of our transition if Partey's there. It'll allow Rice to go forward, and it will also allow for us to see what we can do with this front four, because the front four still hasn't been outstanding. Today Martinelli was great, and I've got to say as well, like for me, Emil Smith-Rowe coming on today was great to see. And I must say, Rob, actually, most of the substitutions this season have been deflating in the ground. It's like Eddie warming up, Reece Nelson, you're thinking, come on Reece, do something, and it ain't quite worked. Flinging them players on that, let's be real, Mikel Arteta ain't really put his whole trust in. But today I actually got excited seeing Smith-Rowe and Martinelli, and I felt a lift around me, and I thought, this is good. This is what I need to be seeing. And I really hope he gets his chance. I thought he looked pretty sharp when he come on as well. There was a couple of chances where maybe his first touch was off, but I put that down to a lack of football. But I was quite impressed by some of his passing and some of his movement going forward. And I think I need him to get a chance now. He's come out in a press conference, and I didn't really believe him when he said, I believe that this guy is definitely in my plans. You don't go and spend 100 million on Vieira and Havertz if Smith-Rowe's in your plans. So it's up for Smith-Rowe now to prove him wrong and say, no, I need to be in this team. And I think there's a place for Smith-Rowe at the moment, with Partey still out, for him to actually take up that attacking 8 role, because I do believe that that's a position for him, not Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz needs to be pushed further forward as maybe a different dimension, maybe a plan B striker or something like that. I still think that's where Kai Havertz, his role is within this side. So a lot of positives today, Rob, and it looks like they have worked on something in Dubai, and we needed to see that. We needed a reaction today. Crystal Palace, let's be real, they're a poor side, a poor outfit. You see their fans with the signs, they've had enough. All of them are done. We had to win today. We got the response we need, and now I want to go and see some momentum and some confidence move forward, because we need to show a run of consistency now, because if we want to win this title, that's what we've got to do, man.